You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family, your business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We're a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. And let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you. And you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are operators standing by.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan, a plan to save you money, I personally work with you even if you don't have any needs today. Save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, of course, we are celebrating today. We celebrate every day on Ron Siegel Radio. Let's see what we've got to celebrate today. I think there's some good stuff on here. World Schizophrenia Day. Do you celebrate schizophrenia? Maybe it's an awareness day, but I don't know a celebration for that one. Scavenger Hunt Day. Had some fun times doing scavenger hunts in the past. Aviation Maintenance Technician Day. Yeah, those guys and gals, they're important. You don't want to mess with the aviation maintenance people. They got your life in their hands. National Yucatan Shrimp Day. I really like shrimp. The question I have on this one, though, is it appears to me that Yucatan shrimp means you need to peel them. And I am not a big fan of having to peel the shrimp. I work to buy the stuff. I don't want to have to work to get at it to eat it. So, I don't know about, I like lots of things. Can we get some shrimp that's just peeled, please? Let's see. National Escargot Day. Now, the traditional escargot is a garlic butter sauce. But I will admit, I went to Josh's hometown there in Vegas. One of the restaurants made the escargot in a buttery blue cheese sauce. And I'll tell you, that was really good. Just throw that out there. I might have to go back to Vegas and see who's got that nowadays. I haven't been there in a while, so I'm not up on those things, but I enjoy the escargot. Let's take a look and see what's going on in the markets today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down 238 points. The S&P is down 32. NASDAQ is down 107. Oil is up $1.30. And the 10-year Treasury is up another 2.8. 3.728 is where we are right now. I wonder what's driving these markets. Well, it's policy once again. But I know, I'm broadcasting. I still am in Calizuela. So I understand the fact that we like this policy that we get right now. And I'm just amazes me. I hear people talk about, I don't think these gas prices are enough to drive you crazy. Well, we voted for it. Some people did. 80 million people did. Think about this. I'm just looking at gas prices right now. National average is now at $3.56 a gallon. California, $4.81. Josh is there at $4.23 and change. So he's doing a bit better than we are here in California. Our processor Jody, $4.60 in Arizona. Brittany is at $3.45 in Colorado, and our tremendous underwriter Lori, $3.13 in Louisiana. I guess policy has its benefits. It has its consequences. So when we look at what's going on, well, we've got this debt ceiling talks. We understand what that's all about because We've been watching that the president and the Speaker of the House have been in these debt ceiling discussions, and we're watching that. But what else are we watching? Well, did you hear in the news that Saudi Arabia said that they're going to might cut their production again? Well, why wouldn't they? When they're actually voting with the only thing that they're not obviously voting citizens of the United States, but they are able to place a vote. How do they vote? Well, they don't like the idea of this policy that hurts their economy. Right? When the president talks about getting rid of gas-powered vehicles and gas stoves and all these other things, well, that is detrimental to those in the Middle East. When we vote for people that do things that are detrimental to others, well, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to cut the price of the production, which diminishes supply. Demand stays the same or is increasing, so the price of oil is going to go up. That's going to filter all through our economy. That's going to be inflation going up. Now, does it make sense that they would then think that, the front runner on the GOP side, that right now is Trump? Well, he says drill, baby, drill. What's that mean? Well, it means the U.S. is going to have its own oil capacity, but at least they stay in business. If the Biden administration gets their way, well, then oil goes out of business. So that's the issue of what policy is doing right now. And, if our economy gets worse, well, then the likelihood of a replacement for the Biden administration gets higher. Throw that out there for you just to watch what's going on. The markets do what the markets do. So we've got the debt ceiling drama going on in Washington. We've got oil going on in Saudi Arabia. And we've got inflation here in the U.S. And we got to deal with the Federal Reserve as well.
Such an idiot.
Yeah.
Such an idiot.
Well, some of them want to raise rates, which would be detrimental, would help our local economy, but would hurt the world economy. And since the U.S. currency is the world currency reserve, well, then that's going to cause inflation around the world. So oil prices might go up with that too. So the Federal Reserve's got caught because of what they've done. Yeah, they've got a big problem that they created. Just throw that out there for you. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, we got a workshop for you. Rent versus own, which makes financial sense. We'll talk about it. Owning a home helps protect against inflation on the town, brought to you by Visit Anaheim. And we're going to give away a trip. Where are we going to? I don't know. We're going to have to figure out where do we want to go on this trip. We've got availability for Las Vegas, Hawaii, Palm Springs, and San Diego. Being that we're going into the long weekend, Las Vegas, Hawaii, Palm Springs, or San Diego. Those are going to be our options for today. What do you think? Where should we give away a trip to? So we're going to put that in there. Josh has got the wheel of names available. You're going to have to stay tuned. We're going to get to that later in the broadcast. Reach me anytime off air, number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
79% of all credit reports have errors that should be corrected through factual disputing. You could be saving thousands every year if your report was accurate. CreditSanitizer.com provides a free credit report audit when you furnish a specific $1 credit report. You can use this information to request corrections to your report and potentially save thousands of dollars. Get your free credit audit at CreditSanitizer.com. That's CreditSanitizer.com for a free credit report audit. CreditSanitizer.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime. at 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And every day at this time, OBMMI. They provide the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 42% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. Looking at the board, it looks like we had a clean sweep yesterday. Everything's in the green, and in this case, green is not good. It's kind of like golf. Higher is not better in golf, although unless you're looking for the cost per stroke. But let's take a look at the rates. OBMMI, they give us interest rates, no APRs. They don't tell us when it points paid or points received, just the lock number. 30-year conforming, 6.69. 30-year jumbo, 6.684. 30-year FHA, 6.60. 30-year USDA, generally no down payment in the rural areas, 6.643. And the best loan on the market for those that earned it, that would be the 30-year VA loan at 6.377. And we need to look and see why these things are happening, what's driving the markets. Those were yesterday's number. Remember that. Let's take a look at what's going on today. The 10-year Treasury is up 3 basis points at 3.738. S&P 500 is down 35. And mortgage-backed securities, those are down 33 basis points, which means interest rates are up once again. Ow! Well, I told you why in the opening block, a little bit of it. It has to do with oil prices. So Saudi Arabia saying that they're going to probably cut the production of oil. Less demand for oil will prevent prices from moving higher. But we're not having less demand. If we have less supply and the demand stays the same, prices move up. For now, so I think I looked at it just a minute ago. It's $73 a barrel is where we were on the oil prices. Let me see if I can find it where we are right now. 74.59. So they've already gone up even more today. So watching that. That's not good news for interest rates. Zillow recently released their forecast for home prices, predicting that home values will increase by roughly 4% in 2023. National number. Remember, we always look locally. Not too far off of what we've been forecasting. And we've been talking about 5 to 6 on the national level. Again, Southern California is higher. 4% does not seem like that much. It is meaningful for wealth creation. And we're talking about that today with our rent versus own. If someone buys a $500,000 home and we saw a 4% appreciation, that's $20,000 in that year alone in appreciation. Think about that. So we're gonna use a different number, but I'm gonna get into that in just a minute. That's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. So what does make sense is a workshop for you. And it's brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. Renting versus owning, which makes financial sense. That's what we're going to look at. We've got a bunch of numbers for you. And, it doesn't do us any good for me just to go through a bunch of numbers. I want to just tell you I've got a bunch of numbers. I'm going to walk you through this so that you understand exactly what we're doing, exactly what our methodology was of getting to these numbers. And I am going to tell you that sometime later today, you're going to be able to visit rsrrvo.com. rsrrvo.com. And you're going to be able to pull the presentation up. We'll have a video of me walking you through this, and you'll be able to get this sheet that I'm looking at in a very, very more readable version because it'll be larger. So what did we do? Where did we start on this? We were looking at an $800,000 home, and I did it based on 10% down. That's in column 2. And I did it with an FHA loan at about 3.5% down. That's in column 3. But we start off with, if you're looking at an $800,000 home, you're probably looking at somewhere around $3,900 in your rent. And to keep things all kosher and even, we did put in there that you've got that $3,900 rent, but you also have to figure $25 in insurance. So we try to keep everything the same all the way across. And every time when you get to looking at rsrrvo.com, when you see this button up here that says more info, that tells you you can dig deeper into the numbers. So let's move right along. $3,925, that's our rent payment, rent plus our home and our renter's insurance. Or else we can go with an $800,000 purchase, $720,000 is the loan amount. I don't know what the interest rates will be for you. So I just threw in 6.5. I think we used a number from last week. What did we say, Josh? That today was yesterday was 6.69 was the OBMMI number. So, are we exact? No, but are we close enough to give you a demonstration? Yes. So that payment comes out to $5,730 is your all-in payment. That's your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance on this property. I don't know if there's an HOA, so I didn't put one in. So yeah, you say, Ron, that's like $600 more. Is that right? $600? A little bit more than that. But wait, you look at the 39 at 16. Is that $1,600, $1,500 more, give or take? But wait, there's tax benefits when you do this. So what are the tax benefits that we look at? And oh, by the way, I should put over here on the FHA side with 3.5% down. Again, I used a 6.87, 7.772 is the APR, and you can see on the conventional, we've got that APR in there as well. We've got that 6.876. So the payment came out on the FHA with 3.5% down at $6,509. Don't forget, our friends at Geneva Financial have a product with a down payment assistance, so you may not even have to come up with that much. So what are the tax benefits? Well, your taxes on the rent, you're going to get your standard deduction of $660. On the conventional loan, you've got a $1,478 tax benefit. And on the FHA, you're looking at a $1,632 tax benefit. Okay, so we're seeing right there, we're eating into the spread between these here. The total payments on the rent and the total payment on the conventional. And again, it's about $1,750. So we have that tax benefit is saving, what's that, about $800? But now we're going and looking at principal. Well, when you rent, you're not putting any money into principal. So you got a zero benefit. On the conventional loan, we're getting $650, almost $651 every month going toward principal. That's forced savings for you. On the FHA, $660. So now where are we at? We're looking at our net monthly payments on down here. Well, net is $3,265. That'd be our $3,925 less the tax benefit. Here we're looking at our $5,730 less our tax benefit. So now we're looking at about $300 a month difference, less $250, $300 a month difference. And we got a little bit bigger right there. So we're still looking okay. Now we've got our cash to close numbers. If we're going to buy, we need to come up with a little bit of money. Again, we've got our Geneva Financial benefits, so we don't have to worry as much if we don't have that money. There are options. Now let's continue with our analysis here. So we've got our payment analysis as we scroll down a little bit further. And what we did is we did put in a 5% rent increase every year. And we put in, I think we used 5.1 as our appreciation on the real estate. Why did I use 5.1? Because I looked at the 63-year rent appreciation for Riverside County, and I looked at the 63-year appreciation for Orange County, California. And I said, okay, we got 5.1 and we got 5.3. Let's use the lower number. So we put that appreciation in there, and let's take a look at things. Now, in the first 36 months, we've paid $148,000 in rent, and we brought our principal down by $25,000, almost $26,000 on the conventional loan and $26,000 on the FHA loan. That's bringing down our principal. Let's look at what our net worth does over 13 years. Why did I use 13 years? Well, the reason I picked 13 years is because that's how long, according to the National Association of Realtors, we're keeping our homes right now, is 13 years. So net worth on the renter, well, you've got a bunch of rent checks. They're not worth a whole heck of a lot. Zero. You've got $966,000 in net worth on the conventional loan and $907,000 in net worth on the FHA loan. Do you see here why we say that renting versus owning, the rent loses? It's because of these numbers right here. That's the wealth growth. Now, I suggest we're going into a recession right now. As I record this, most of the economists say that we're heading toward a recession. Is that true or not? I don't know. But if we do, interest rates historically during a recession, interest rates drop and property values increase historically. So we always have that opportunity of restructuring the loans to get a lower interest rate. Do you think your landlord's going to lower the rent payment? I don't think so. Not going to happen. So keep that in mind. Now, when you lower that interest rate, there is an opportunity, depending upon when that is, to pull some cash out of the property. Why would you want to pull cash out of the property? Well, the issue there is you might be able to buy another property. Think about that concept. Buy another home. Now you have multiple properties appreciating. So let's get, Josh, do you have that infographic available? I know we're running out of time, but let's take a look at a little bit of an infographic that we have here that does show us some additional information. And when you get to this RSRRVO.com, we're going to put this infographic in there. I'm going to put a chart of home prices, what they do during a recession, and I'm going to put a chart in there of what mortgage rates do during a recession. That's going to all be in the chart. So you'll be able to see that real clear. But take a look at this infographic that you've got right here. And again, we did the same thing. Home price, $800,000, 10% down, 6.5% interest. You're looking at the savings of a tax-adjusted payment of $5,005. Yes, you do have to bring in some money to closing. But renting, you're going to see it's going to cost you a lot over rent. What is the break even of renting versus owning in this situation? Well, you're seeing that real big there and down about halfway at 2 years, 8 months. And if you need to sell, you've got that opportunity. All those things are part of the process. But I want to make sure, go visit RSRRVO.com, RSRRVO.com. We'll get this video, this workshop put in there later today, and we'll have all the collateral, depending upon what kind of device you're looking at. If you're looking at it on a mobile device, scroll down. All the assets that I mentioned will be below. If you're looking at it on a laptop, and I think on a tablet, I think these things will all show up on the far right, the collateral on there. If you want more information or if you want a custom scenario, RJ at RonSiegelRadio.com, RJ at RonSiegelRadio.com. And as always, I recommend give us a call if you have any questions. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, got a lot of still to go over with you. We're going to give away a trip. Las Vegas, Hawaii, Palm Springs, or San Diego. I don't know which. Owning a home helps prevent against inflation. We'll talk about that. We might even look at some of the best places to live. And On the Town, brought to you by Visit Anaheim. I told you that one. We'll see what else we can fit in. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Is your budget getting blown up with high prices of gas and increased costs for other household needs? This is Ron Siegel, host of the daily home and finance radio program. Did you know if you have a low interest rate mortgage along with auto debt, credit card debt, or student loans, your family could potentially save $500 or more per month by restructuring these debts? If you'd like a free Borrow Smart analysis with our team, let's book an appointment to see how we might be able to relieve some stress. Schedule your appointment at rsrbsa.com. That's rsrbsa.com for your free Borrow Smart analysis. rsrbsa.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message. And I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. Let's take a look. Owning a home helps protect against inflation. You're probably feeling the impact of high inflation every day as prices have gone up on groceries, gas, and more. If you're a renter, you're likely experiencing it a lot as your rent continues to rise. Between all those elevated costs and uncertainty about a potential recession, you may be wondering if it still makes sense to buy a home today. The short answer is yes, it does. Here's why. Home ownership actually shields you from the rising costs inflation brings. Freddie Mac explains, quote, "Not only will buying today help you begin to build equity, a fixed rate mortgage can stabilize your monthly housing costs for the long term, even while other life expenses continue to rise, as has been the case the past few years," unquote. Unlike rents, which tend to rise with time, a fixed rate mortgage payment is predictable over the life of the mortgage, typically 15 to 30 years. And when the cost of most everything else is rising, keeping your housing payment stable is especially important. The alternative to homeownership is renting, and rents tend to move alongside inflation. That means as inflation goes up, your monthly rent payments tend to go up too. And I think we've got a chart on this one as well. Rent increases with inflation in most years. And you can see core info if you're watching us on ronsiegelradio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed. You can see a blue line there where core inflation rate and a green line rent growth. And you can see they both tend to go up. Now, I'm going to suggest to you, for most part, when the inflation starts coming down, your rent, unless you move, is not going to come down with it. A fixed rate mortgage allows you to protect yourself from future rent hikes. With inflation still high, when your rental agreement comes up for renewal, your property manager may decide to increase your payments to offset the impact of inflation. Maybe that's why, according to a recent survey, 73% of property managers plan to raise rents over the next 2 years. Having your largest monthly expense remain stable in a time of economic uncertainty is a major perk of homeownership. If you continue to rent, you don't have that same benefit and aren't as protected from rising costs. Bottom line, a stable housing payment is especially important in times of high inflation. Give me a call at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. If you want to chat about options for you and your family. That's the real-time real estate segment, again, brought to you by rsrmoney.com. And being that we're looking at rent and owning and all that good stuff, let's take a look at the 2023 most affordable cities for home buyers. And in order to determine the most affordable cities for home buyers, Wallet Hub compared 300 U.S. cities across 10 key metrics. The data set ranges from the costs of homes and their maintenance to tax rates and vacancy rates. Most affordable cities, do we have a drum roll? I think We do. Most affordable cities. Let's take a look and see. Not sure you want to live in some of them, but Montgomery, Alabama is number 1. Flint, Michigan, for those that do not drink water, that's number 2. Toledo, Ohio, number 3. Detroit, Michigan, number 4. Akron, Ohio, number 5. And Warren, Michigan, number 6. Least affordable cities. San Francisco, least affordable. That is down near the very bottom. That would be so that's number 291 on the list. I guess I got to go to the very bottom, right? Santa Barbara is the worst. Berkeley is the second worst. Santa Monica, Glendale, Burbank, Los Angeles. So we got the top 5 are all California. And out of the bottom of the list, only New York and Colorado are least affordable cities. Other than that, California gets them all. In California, we've got Santa Barbara is the worst, Berkeley, Santa Monica, Glendale, Burbank, Los Angeles, Pasadena, and San Francisco. All of those are amongst the very worst of the worst. What can I say about those? It's as they put it, it is what it is. I just can't figure it out. Let's take but we keep voting for the same people. Let's do a little bit of VA. I think we've got time for a VA segment right here. Navigating the VA home loan process, documents that you will need. Segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com. Are you a veteran or active military member looking to secure a VA home loan? Fantastic benefit, but knowing what documents you need can be a bit of a maze. Don't worry. We're here to guide you through it. Another presentation from Ron Siegel Radio, ronsiegelradio.com, and the Siegel Lending Team at Geneva Financial, your trusted source for all things related to home loans and financial planning. Today, we're going to demystify the VA home loan process by discussing 5 key documents you'll need to apply. First, the Certificate of Eligibility, or COE. This document proves that you're entitled to a VA loan as a veteran or active military member. You can apply for your COE through the e-benefits portal on the VA's website, or your lender can assist you in obtaining it. Number 2, you'll need your DD-214. This document essentially your military discharge paperwork. It provides proof of your military service and the nature of your discharge, honorable, general, or other than honorable. Number 3, lenders will want to see your credit report. While the VA doesn't set a minimum credit score, lenders typically do. They'll use your credit report to assess your creditworthiness and determine your interest rate. We've talked about that in another one of our videos. 4th, you'll need to provide proof of income. This could be recent pay stubs, W-2s, or tax returns. If you're self-employed, you'll need 2 years of tax returns to show consistent income. Finally, number 5, you'll need to provide a statement of service. If you're an active duty service member, this letter signed by your commander verifies your active service status, your date of entry, and any lost time. Bottom line, securing a VA home loan does not have to be a daunting process. With these documents in hand, you're well on your way to home ownership. For more detailed information and personalized assistance, ronsiegelradio.com. Visit our site, ask any questions you want. You can make an appointment with any of our team. And remember, we're here to help you navigate your financial journey, so don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for tuning in. We always appreciate you. And we're doing a whole series on this. So if you haven't been monitoring our series, there's a whole lot available from us. Just send a message, rj@ronsiegelradio.com, rj@ronsiegelradio.com, and we'll get the whole series to you. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, we've got On the Town, brought to you by Visit Anaheim, why buying a vacation home beats renting one. And yes, we're going to give away a trip. We like giving away a trip. We might even give away some other stuff, but not sure. Las Vegas, Hawaii, Palm Springs, or San Diego. I've got all of those in our bucket right now. Not sure which one we're going to give away, but you can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Your home and mortgage connection.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And every day at this time, we get from Visit Anaheim. Love our relationship with Visit Anaheim. On the town, they give us a major event of the week. They give us a romantic event of the week and a family event of the week. The major event this week, Brewery X Tiki Party. Sip Then Shop Pop-Up Market is hosting a fun tiki party at Brewery X in Anaheim on Sunday, June 4th. 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Free event is perfect for families and pets, offering something for everyone. Wear your favorite tiki attire. Enjoy the photo booth and join the scavenger hunt. Discover handcrafted trinkets, explore interesting shops, and savor delicious treats from local vendors. If you're looking for an extra touch of excitement, a talented artist can create a custom face paint design for just $15. The kids can enjoy a fully stocked craft table featuring tiki-themed crafts and coloring pages. Enjoy your Sunday Fun Day in Anaheim. More information, go to eventbrite.com. The romantic event of the week. Rooftop Relax at the Top of the V. Get ready for the ultimate Thursday night experience at the Viv Hotel in Anaheim. Top of the V at Garrison Brothers Bourbon are launching a Rooftop Relax series starting on June 1st and happening every Thursday from 9 p.m. to midnight among the breathtaking rooftop terrace. Enjoy the beats of a live DJ, indulge in Garrison Brothers bourbon tasting, and treat yourself to their special drinks and light bites. For those looking for a VIP experience, bottle service is available. Stay warm and cozy by the fire pits while taking in the panoramic views. Tickets are $25 and include valet parking. For tickets and more information, head to topoftheviv.com. Topoftheviv.com. Our family event of the week. Of the family events, Cars and Coffee. Rev up your family's excitement and make it a fantastic day at Cars and Coffee, Sunday, June 4th, from 7 to 10 a.m. at the Center Street Promenade in Anaheim. Prepare to be amazed as an incredible variety of cars take center stage, showcasing everything from classics, exotics, speedsters, and much more. This event is perfect for all ages and free, so there is no need to worry about tickets. The gates swing open at 7 a.m., so gather your family, grab a coffee or hot chocolate for the kiddos, and get ready for an unforgettable automotive extravaganza. Love that one, Cars and Coffees. You got 3 events for you. We've got the Brewery X Tiki Party, the Rooftop Relax at the Top of the V, and Cars and Coffee. All of that brought to you by our friends at Visit Anaheim on the town every week from Visit Anaheim. And we've been following that up with a bit of a giveaway. So we get these trips. It's a certificate for all of these look like they're 4 days, 3 nights, except Hawaii is 6 days, 5 nights. So what do you think, Josh? We haven't done Hawaii in a while, have we? We did Hawaii? We haven't. Okay, can't shake your head both ways. Should we do Hawaii? There we go. Gotcha. Josh said it, Hawaii. Now, if you're watching us on ronsiegelradio.tv, any of our socials, or the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 video feed, you can see right now a wheel of fun. And every little line that's on there, and it's because there's a lot of people in the drawing, every line is a different individual. I can't see who they are. You can't see who they are. But in just a second, I'm going to ask Josh to push the button. And when he pushes that button, we're going to actually be able to come up with some name. And whoever that person is going to win a certificate for 6 days, 5 nights in Hawaii. We don't pay taxes and fees. You got to cover that in transportation on your own. But, hotel in Hawaii, that can be pretty pricey. 6 days, 5 nights. Go ahead and hit it, Josh. Abelino Pineda. That's the winner. So now here's how it works. Abelino, you have until, let's see if I can get a calendar in front of me real quick here, until June 2nd. Till June 2nd to claim that prize. Anytime between now and June 2nd, send a email to rj@ronsiegelradio.com, rj@ronsiegelradio.com, or you can go to any one of our socials, Abelino Pineda, and you're going to get that certificate for 6 days, 5 nights. Got to pay your own taxes, fees, and transportation in Hawaii. Gotta love that one. So on top of what's going on in Anaheim, give you a trip there too. So we just throw some extra things in there. We enjoy giving things away. Speaking of going away, how about a bonus? We do a bonus, Josh? How about a real-time real estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. I think we've still got enough time for this. So let's take a look at this one. We've got why buying a vacation home beats renting one this summer. For many of us, visiting the same vacation spot every year is a summer tradition that's fun, relaxing, and restful. If that sounds like you, now's the time to think about your plans and determine if buying a vacation home this year makes more sense than renting one again, according to Forbes, quote, if the idea of vacationing at the same place every year makes you feel instantly relaxed, buying a vacation home might be a wise move, unquote. To help you decide if making a move like this is right for you, let's explore why you may want to consider purchasing a vacation home today. The benefits of owning a vacation home. You don't have to worry about finding a place to stay. It can be a challenge to find a rental where you want, when you want. Some summer vacation destinations are more popular than others, meaning your favorite place may be booked up in advance. Bankrate explains why owning your own vacation home means you don't have to worry about that sort of inconvenience. Quote, a second home can offer a place to have quality time with your family and ensures that you always have a vacation destination, unquote. It's an investment. Home values typically appreciate over the long haul. That holds true for your vacation home as well, especially if it's in an area with growing market demand. This can help grow your net worth with time. Vacation homes may provide tax benefits. If you own a vacation home, you may be eligible for tax deductions based on where it is. However, before buying, you'll want to consult with a tax professional to discuss first, as taxes can vary by location. It could potentially turn into a retirement location. If you love the location of your vacation home, you could potentially sell your primary residence and retire there in the future. How a pro can help you find your perfect match. As you're preparing for summer vacation, remember, you could potentially visit your second home instead of another rental unit or hotel. If that sounds appealing to you, a local real estate agent is your best resource. They have the knowledge and resources to help you understand the area and what vacation homes are available in your budget. Plus, these agents can explain the perks of how owning a second home can benefit you. The bottom line, if any of these reasons for owning a vacation home resonate with you, give me a call at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Maybe benefit for you. I don't know what your situation is, but I can tell you this. I found for many, many years, I've always just really liked going to Maui. And I find Maui, not that there's anything for me to do there. I've done probably everything that there is on the island, or most everything that I want to do there. Maybe not everything, but things that I want to do. But I don't have to worry about going on tours and all that. It's just relax. Enjoy the ocean, enjoy the pool, enjoy the amenities. So if you're in that same boat, that second home might be for you. That's a real-time real estate segment brought to you by rsrmoney.com, rsrmoney.com. If you are thinking about buying that house, get the home buyer's guide, rsrhbg.com, rsrhbg.com. We update that every quarter. So make sure that you get a hold of that, the rsrhbg.com. And if you're thinking again about buying and maybe you need a little extra money for your debt to income ratio, try rsrbuydown.com, rsrbuydown.com. Those are both videos that we can send to you. You'll have to tell us where to send them, but those are both videos that we can send to you. So you've got rsrbuydown.com, and the guide obviously is a book that we send you, rsrhbg.com. So we've got both of those. We give them away. They cost absolutely nothing, like in complimentary, free to you. So those are all courtesy of Ron Siegel Radio. We want to have you get all the greatest information that we possibly can to help you with whatever you're looking for. I hope you got a lot of value out of our program today. We talked a lot about these different issues, these different items, about that renting versus owning. If you're renting, especially if you're a young person, we've talked on some of our prior broadcasts, and you can look back in our archives. We've got over 3,000 shows. But we've talked about, if you're a young person, millennial, there's a process you can go through to be able to retire within 10 to 15 years with a significant net worth, simply using 2 or 3 or 4 primary residences. They can't own 3 or 4 primaries at the same time, but you buy one, let it appreciate, take your equity and paid down principal out, buy another primary, and do that like 3-4 times. And then let the rent run and let that rent continue to run. I'm going to suggest if you do that, keep your rental number low. Don't try and gouge the renter. Keep that rental number low so the renter can't afford to move. If they can't afford to move, they don't. So then you don't have vacancies. Just throw that out there for you. That's just a little bit of a strategy that we've used for a long, long time. And as always, I ask, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean who are engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.